I'm back! Welcome to part 2 of ranking Madoka Magica witches. We're going to be focusing on Magia Record and Oriko Magica. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you so much for all the support given to the Guessing Anime Characters Ages video. I think it was a lot of fun to do. My friends enjoyed it, I certainly enjoyed doing it, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it too. It honestly means a lot to me, a lot more than you could know. And if you guys want to see more like that, please let me know. I want to know what you guys want to see. If there's a way that I can make things more engaging, then please let me know. It's always a pleasure. But with the pleasantries out of the way, let's finally rank the rest of the Madoka Magica witches. We're gonna start with Boxwood. This witch is one I don't think a lot of people even remember. Like, I think she was the first witch to appear in Magia Record, but she quickly got killed off by Zenobia, and she wasn't even featured in Magia, etc. That's how little she really mattered to anybody. And her design isn't the greatest, it's not as unique and cool as the rest of the witches. It's lacking that arts and crafts kind of vibe, where she's just drawn like that and she's a lizard, I guess? Her labyrinth was kind of cool, her attacks were alright, but overall, I don't think people really remember her at all. But she was a fine welcome back to the series. Nice way to start. I think I'll have to put her in C. Speaking of Zenobia, she's the next witch up. She is the Sandbox Witch, and I'm pretty sure lots of people remember her as the Magia Etc. witch. Like, when you think of Magia Etc. witches, she's the first to appear. Because honestly, there wasn't a whole lot of witch fights this time around since the introduction of rumors came along, and they became the focus instead of witches, which I think it's kind of sad. As well as the whole doppel system so that magical girls don't become witches. So we were really lacking, and I don't want to cover the thousands of nameless witches that we really don't get any backstory for at all. Like, I don't want to talk about them. That's too much effort. Anyways, Zenobia, really cool introduction. She showed up as soon as Boxwood accidentally wandered into her labyrinth, and she freaking tore her into two. Tore her apart without any effort given. Not to mention her introduction was very eerie. It had a very unstable sort of feeling with like all the construction going around. And it really was, like, that was the better welcome back than Boxwood. Like, Boxwood felt more like a bait and switch, where it's like, here's your witch, nope! You get the Sandbox Witch instead, and she arguably just has a better design, is more interesting, and kind of has a little bit more to go off of. Like, Boxwood, we really don't know much about, and honestly, nobody really cares, but Zenobia, she's got cool familiars, her attacks were cool, as well as Lil Cube showing up and singing the Rumor song, and kind of ticking off Zenobia. I don't know, I thought it was really cool. Not to mention, what a great name, Zenobia. It's very unique. So where shall I put Zenobia? At A tier. A tier. I think she's an A tier witch. I like her a lot. On to our next witch, Rebecca. She was also not featured in Magia Record. And I feel so sad that she doesn't get as much attention as she should. Because, like, she's based on insomnia and she's got like a sheep sort of theme and her attacks were cool. Like, I could barely see what was going on the screen because I was, like, working at the same time I was watching Magia Record. And I stopped in order to look at the fight scene. I thought it was really cool. It's like, her design is neat. Her whole theming is great. And also, I like her attacks. It's like the fact that she rolls around and attacks people. Nice. Underrated witch. Why don't we get more of her? In Magia Etc., they actually had to add an update so that Candy would be featured, and we're gonna talk about Candy later. I really wish they would do something similar for Rebecca. I would like Rebecca to appear. Please. Rebecca is also going into A tier, even though I think it would be reasonable to put her in B tier because we don't see a lot of her. But I like her, I really do. I'm biased. Speaking of Candy, actually, she's next up. I know I did this bit twice, but, you know, it's true. Candy is up next. I like her a lot. I feel like she's the second fan favorite when it comes to Magia Record witches because she's cute, she has a nice labyrinth design. She actually has 2 labyrinth designs, and I think that's really cool, where it's like all the people are actually like mannequin heads stuck onto spikes. She had like a spin-off sort of copycat witch who I don't really remember the name of. It's like she was like made of chocolate instead or something. I really don't remember her, and because she wasn't featured in the anime, I don't think I'll be discussing her, I'm afraid. I'm gonna be real with everybody, I missed the Magia record video game era. I tried to download it once and then it killed my freaking phone because I had like a crusty old phone that barely worked. It killed it, and I was like, okay, well clearly this isn't gonna work between us. So I never really got to experience that. So I'm playing Magia, etc. to make up for it. And it just doesn't. I've heard a lot of people say that it's just worse, and you know what? I can't say anything in agreement, but I feel like, you know, maybe there's things that it's lacking, such as more witches. Like, I finished the whole game. And now I just have to wait for the events and any possible updates. I forgot to rank Candy, and I'm only realizing this post-editing. I'm putting her at A. Sorry. Anyways, let's stop talking about Magia, etc. This video is not about Magia, etc. It's about the Magia record and Oriko Magica witches. Which I'm pretty sure for Oriko there's only one, and we'll get to that when we get to that. But for now, we're going to talk about Raspberry, the critic witch. I think she was pretty cool. I am not too impressed by her design and her familiars designs, but I do like her execution, where she was originally a magical girl named Mel, who I'm not in love with really. Like, I never really got into her character, but honestly that's like most background characters sort of in Magia record. It's like I care about the main 5 and then like a couple characters sprinkled in here and there. It's like I'm gonna get flamed for this so much, but like I didn't even really care about Alina Gray. I honestly was watching it to see Karen Misono and she wasn't there. I was so sad. I wanted to see Karen Misono. I know that's not how it's pronounced and I feel bad. I'm sorry, everybody. Anyway, sorry, back onto the critic witch. She ultimately is a little bit more of a plot device so that the Mizuzuki Villa girls learn about witches and how they're created. And I think she works. She did her job pretty well. She got that across, traumatized everybody. Was more of just a stepping stone to Yachio's character, in which I don't mind that. I like Yachio a lot. Maybe I'm missing out. I know that she was way into fortune telling, and I feel like they could have used that a little bit more in the witch design. Like, I don't even get the name Raspberry, really. And why is she the critic witch? Why not an oracle witch? Why not lean a little bit more into the fortune-telling thing? Because that was really Mel's biggest character trait, to my recollection. Like, I've played through events and stuff, tried to learn a little bit more about Mel, and that's really all I took away. She was bright, enthusiastic, didn't listen to orders very well, and she liked fortune-telling, and it didn't come up in her witch design, I guess. Damn. So, I guess, don't get mad at me, I'm going to put her in C. I could put her in B if I was feeling nicer, but I'm a little bit critical on this one. Laugh! Next up is the Bless Witch, aka Ui Tamaki. I personally pronounce it Tamaki, and it bothered me so much whenever they said Tamaki, but I really don't. Honestly, that's probably the correct way to pronounce it. I don't know. This is not about the pronunciation of her name. I'm bad at pronouncing things, so we're just gonna talk about it and call her the Blessed Witch. The Blessed Witch, and I didn't like her very much. I feel sad about that. Honestly, these final boss witches I didn't love a whole lot, and she appeared and was in the background. They fed witches to her, which was a little weird. Her design just grosses me out. I don't like it very much. What's wrong with her? Why does Ui Tamaki look like that? What's wrong with her? Not a huge fan. And honestly, I think it's a little strange how it's they split the witch into a little cube form and then a witch form. Is what the f is going on? What the heck is going on with Ui Tamaki? Why is she 3 separate entities? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and I just never really got it. I feel like Magia Record was not great with how it really it fell off. It fell off. The unraveling of the mystery really made no sense. And it felt a little half-baked. Maybe I'm missing out on something, maybe I'm the one in the wrong. That's my take so far. Maybe I have to rewatch the whole series from the beginning in order to really get it and understand like everybody else does. I feel bad. I did not like the Blessed Witch very much. Like, she was built up to be this big threat and then really didn't do a whole lot. Like, she was defeated pretty much instantly, and honestly all the villains were a little bit of a disappointment in this. So I think I'm gonna put her in D. Don't be upset at me, I'm sorry. And then the final one that we're gonna talk about is Neo Dorothy I'm serious, that's her name. Which is the witch form of Alina Gray, and I hate this one the most. I don't even feel bad at this point. What were they thinking? We had the Blessed Witch, and then she was stopped, I guess, because power of friendship, and they told the girls not to do it. And then Alina Gray was like, haha, let's make everybody into witches because I feel like it, without really any motivation. Alina Gray was such a nothing of a character in the anime, I feel. Like, she was just there. She was there, she had no motivation, she really didn't have much development or character focus at all. And then she was the big bad boss for about, like, 5 minutes. She was the final boss for 5 minutes and then was defeated instantly. And she was, like, turning a bunch of people into witches or something. It makes no sense. It's like, I don't think you have the power to do that. Like, where is that coming from? What? That is probably my biggest problem with Magia, etc. Like, at all. Is just that. That was... I hate it so much. Like, please tell me if you think that was cool or anything, or if that held significance. Like, if I'm wrong about Alina Gray. The fact that I have to play through her heart file things in order to understand her character, instead of them, like, building her up a little bit in Magia Record. Like, was it a timing thing? Did they just not have enough time or resources? Because the first season was great. The first season, they had plenty of time to set up all the mysteries, sort of unravel things a little bit, build up the characters, make us like them. And then all of a sudden, Alina Gray is just a nothing of a villain at all. And I didn't like it. I'm sad about that. Like, what? Why didn't they do more with her? Why do we have to play the video game in order to understand? Like, maybe, I don't even know if there's a manga out there or something for her. Like, what? You have an anime. You have an anime. Use that anime to explain to me why Alina Gray is a good character instead of force me to play the game. You have to try and get her too. You have to go out of your way, and it's a whole gambling thing in order to learn more about her. But why would I want to do that if I already don't like her? Sorry, this has turned more into an Alina Gray rant than something about ranking witches, and I feel bad. F tier Neo Dorothy. I'm not saying that last word again. Final one we will be talking about is the Needle Witch. This is a little turnaround because I actually don't mind the Needle Witch. For those of you who haven't read Oriko Magica or haven't engaged with it at all, or even like played through the Oriko Magica things in Magia, etc., timestamp right here if you don't want to get spoilers. I don't mind Kirika's character. I actually like her quite a lot. But when the heck could magical girls just on demand, like, I'm a witch now? It doesn't make sense. Needle Witch is Kirika, who is like, I have to become a witch for Oriko. And so she on demand turned into a witch and was like the final boss, I guess, for Oriko Magica. I've used that word a lot, but it's true. And as much as, like, okay, I did not like her design in the original manga, the manga's art was not good. Like, just look at any frame with Kyubey in it. It was not pretty. And I didn't like the original Needle Witch design, but it got an upgrade! Look at it, it's better now. It looks cool. It doesn't really scream needle to me. Like, it doesn't really scream Needle Witch, but friggin' whatever, it's okay. Her labyrinth looks cool, I like it a lot. And also I'm hugely biased because I like her. I'm hugely biased because I like Kirika. She's a good character. I'm going to put her in A because there's still flaws about her, and honestly maybe I'm like looking through rose-tinted glasses and I don't know enough about Kirika, because I'm gonna confess to a sin real quick. Most of the time when I engage with Madoka Magica, it's just Madoka Magica and not really anything else outside of that. Like, I really don't know about this whole new thing with, like, Joan of Arc. They put Joan of Arc in Madoka Magica, I'm not making this up. And I'm sure everybody knows that, but for anybody who doesn't know that, they did that. It was a manga originally, and now it's a video game event. And I'm still confused. Like, why is she... Why not just come up with a new character? Why did it have to be Joan of Arc from history? Okay, so that does it for the... Wait, hold on, what? We're not done? What could possibly be left to do? Hold up. Oh, I forgot. Okay, guess we got 3 more left to do. Okay, so I freaking forgot 3 of them, so let's go over the ones that I missed from the last video, shall we? So we're gonna start off with Ophelia, because I feel like I have the least to say about her. I have not been able to play the PSP Madoka Magica game, and I have not seen a lot of Ophelia, and I feel bad about that. I like Kyoko, but I don't know how she turned into a witch. I do not know enough about Ophelia's nature. Her design is cool, so I'm gonna put her in a solid B tier. Next up is Candeloro, who is Mami Tomoe. I like her. She's silly. Apparently she's the smallest witch, and I think that's funny. Like, what do you mean she's smaller than Charlotte? That's funny. I like that a lot. And also, it's a unique take on witches where she's not malicious in the slightest. She just happens to be lonely, and she wants people to come into her labyrinth and ends up trapping them. Which is very, very, very accurate to Mami Tomoe's character. And wow, I love it a lot. That's great. They cooked with this one. They really did. Candeloro goes into A tier because I still don't know a lot about her, and she was a PSP exclusive. Like, she hasn't even been integrated into Magia, etc. or anything, and we haven't seen a lot of her since the PSP release game thing. You get what I'm saying? So, A tier. I wish I could put her higher. Honestly, I would love to see her come back. Please, Aniplex, if you can hear me, put Candeloro in something, like, more recent. Please. I would love to see that. Please. The final one that I skipped is Kriemhild Gretchen. How did I skip that one? I can't believe this. She is the witch form of Madoka Kaname herself. I was about to call her Madoka Magica. She is the witch form which results from Madoka fighting Walpurgisnacht and being filled with way too much despair to possibly continue. Sadness. That makes me sad. I did hear an interesting theory which adds to my liking of her a little bit more, is that she gains a new leg every single time Homura tries to save her. Not to mention that she has 2 potential faces. I'll put them on screen right here. And they're both kind of freaky looking. I like her, and I like the fun, like, she appeared and was about to destroy the earth, and then Madoka was like, nope, and saved the day. It's a great scene. I like it a lot. I honestly wish we could see a little bit more of Kriemhild Gretchen. Like, they've done plenty of, like, alternate timeline things, specifically, like, in the PSP game that I still don't have access to. And I would like to see a timeline. Please, someone tell me if this has happened. I'd like to see a timeline where Homura is more of the main focus, and she has to deal with Kriemhild Gretchen for, like, a little bit, and, like, maybe learn a little bit more about her. Because we know that she's the most powerful witch and destroyed the earth in 10 days. But that really does not give me a whole lot about her. Maybe I just need to do my homework and study. I need to lock in, that's, as the kids would say. Kriemhild Gretchen is going into S tier, simply on account of the fact that she plays a really major part in Homura's character, and she's literally the face of the franchise. She is Madoka, so she goes into S tier. Though I wish there was a little bit more contribution towards her becoming a witch than just she had too much grief on her when she fought Walpurgisnacht. It feels a little lazy, but hey, what can I do about it, really? Maybe there is a timeline where there's a little bit more of an explanation. Who knows? I do not know everything about Madoka Magica. Maybe one day I'll get there, but for now I'm focused on a lot of other things. So yeah, that was the part 2 of the witch ranking. Tell me how you feel. Am I wrong? Am I right? Let me know. And again, always give me suggestions in case you think there's something I should talk about. Like, if Alina Gray fans pound on me to like actually study Alina Gray, because I have her heart file, I just need to log in. She is a pretty good breaker, actually. I've used her a lot in Magia, etc. She's great for your team. She has follow-up, by the way, in case people don't know that. But yeah, I think that's about it for this video. Thank you again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.